Graduates, it's now my distinct honor to introduce your commencement speaker. Today, he will receive an honorary doctorate, which is the highest honor a university can bestow, for his contributions to business and society. A lifelong resident of Barrie, Ontario, Canada, Jamie Massie is a firm believer in the importance of community, faith, democracy, free enterprise, and family. He attributes this in part to the 4 years he spent here at Northwood University, and where he earned his bachelor's degree in business administration. He's currently a member of our board of trustees here at Northwood. Jamie has spent his career working to strengthen the community of Barrie, Ontario, through business, sports, and philanthropy. He's the founder and owner of many, many different businesses there in his community. He's a true entrepreneur and a business visionary. Jamie's combined contributions have resulted in the creation of over 2,000 jobs in the Barrie area over the last decade. Jamie has received an impressive list of awards and acknowledgments in his home city and country that are listed in your programs. He's an active supporter of Georgian College, one of our partners, where he was one of the driving forces behind the creation of Georgian College's Automotive Business School of Canada. And he supported that program for some 25 years. And he's helped to endow a $1 million scholarship for the use of students and families of military families in Canada. Through his international leadership and continued service to enterprise and community, and his incredible example of the Northwood idea in action, Jamie Massie is shaping the world. We're honored to welcome him back to Northwood today, so please give him a warm Northwood welcome to our guest speaker, Mr. Jamie Massie.
Wow, President Pretty, Northwood University trustees, dedicated professors and administrators, esteemed alumni, proud family members, thank you so much for inviting me to speak here this afternoon. But most of all, to the graduates of Northwood University, class of 2017, I am sincerely humbled and grateful to have the opportunity to address you today, your day, in honor of your tremendous achievements. My goal for the next few minutes is not to provide you with the exact formula for a bright and fulfilled lifetime, because I really don't believe anyone in history has ever had that answer. The future is for all of you here in front of me right now to create, to discover on your own. Except that half the fun along the way is in making mistakes and learning from them. But what I would like to espouse to you today is how the lessons and principles that you have taken from your time at Northwood, tenets such as community, democracy, and free enterprise, as well as the friendships you have formed in your years here, will impact your time on this planet as it truly has my own. In the fall of 1976, that was a long time ago, I can recall sitting in the audience of an Econ 101 class, which was lectured by Dr. V. Orville Watts, first professor emeritus of Northwood University and a fellow Canadian. In his addition to his work as professor at Northwood for over 20 years, as well as some other inferior institutions, which I won't name, Harvard, Dr. Watts was a successful author. He was a leading free market and ethical thinker in the post-war era, and a contemporary of luminaries such as Nobel Prize winner Milton Friedman. It was Dr. Watts's class and the studying of his book, Free Markets or Famine, that would personify to me what business and economic pursuit was supposed to be. Within the text of Dr. Watts's writing, I was shown how global ideas, such as the breaking down of barriers and trading with the world, could encourage peace and the rise of democracy through mutual prosperity. For it is when a nation is isolated and secluded that the threat of conflict is most prevalent. Throughout history, this has always remained true. When nations are trading and their populations thriving, the road to political diplomacy is much smoother. In a more local and direct context, it was proven to me that the spirit of entrepreneurship was a key to community strength, and that I truly, as an individual, had the ability to improve the lives of those around me, as do each and every one of you present today. By essentially employing the Northwood idea, I learned that many more jobs could be created and a much higher quality of life realized for all around me. These lessons instilled in me during my time at Northwood were vital, as they have guided almost every business decision I have made over the last 40 years. Today, I would like to issue a direct personal challenge to every one of you, individually, as my own father did to me when I graduated from Northwood in 1980. My dad had been a navigator in the Second World War and served in the Canadian Air Force. He was very much a proponent of the firm but fair outlook on life. He flew 49 missions over enemy territory between 1942 and 1945 and was awarded the Distinguished Flying Cross. And my father was the noblest man I have ever known. As such, he constantly challenged me to inspect within and have honest conversations about the person I was becoming. Moving forward, I now urge you to do the same. Ask yourself on a daily basis, am I giving to the world or am I taking? Have I employed a strong moral and ethical compass? And have I honored my personal brand today? And if the answer to all these questions is a resounding yes, then your motives cannot be questioned, nor your actions second-guessed. If you continuously strive to serve your country, to give to your communities, to care for your friends, and to love your family, that I can promise you, you will then have a fulfilled and productive life. What I have learned in my 60 years is that a foundation that is strong will provide for you in all of life's circumstances. Whether your future is in a startup California technology company, a traditional New York banking firm, or in small-town Canada, the same principles apply in making the world a better place. While today may mark the end of your formal institutional education, the speed at which the world moves today has made it imperative that we maintain our ability to continuously grow and evolve with our environment. So please let this commencement be the beginning of your journey to future learning rather than a final destination. I remember in 1981, we took out a small which at the time was a lot of money, actually, a small $5,000 loan in order to buy a fax machine. And as I look out here, I almost think none of you have ever even used a fax machine, but I can assure you, in 1981, it was the breaking edge of technology, and it changed the way that we did business. Picture a much more expensive and much less effective scanner, then factor in that it stood alone, was the size of an office printer, and in retrospect, it admittedly probably wasn't a good use of funds, but at that time, that technology changed the way we did business. This is what we considered groundbreaking in the early 80s. It was a different time. After the fax machine came the Walkman, the cell phone, the personal computer, the internet, and so on and so on. When I was still paying my bills standing at a bank teller and sending letters only by mail to my friends, I had no idea that we were only a few decades away from autonomous driving vehicles and private citizens exploring space. Visionaries such as Rich DeVos, Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, Steve Jobs, Richard Branson, and Jeff Bezos have changed the way we operate as a society in just a generation or less. And it's not slowing down. My belief is that the amount of change that I have witnessed in the last 35 years is going to seem minimal compared to the change you will witness over the next 5 years alone. As such, the number one characteristic which will be vital in business leaders is adaptability and resilience. In an uncertain and fast-paced environment, only the creative, the tenacious, the bold will thrive. Elon Musk has a quote that I love and I think is perfect for anybody starting out in the business world today. He said, "Starting and growing a business is as much about the innovation, drive, and determination of the people who do it as it is about the product they sell. The details of what you do and under what circumstances, while exceptional at the moment, are not what is going to determine one's overall success in the business arena. What will have a profound impact, however, is the business leader's ability to think of creative solutions on one's feet, to anticipate new challenges before the competition, and remain steadfast in the face of adversity." I got to tell you a little story about my time at Northwood. Because in 1978, my Northwood roommates and I began a Christmas Day tradition. And believe it or not, 40 years later, this year, we have continued it to this day. So since that 1978 Christmas, every December 25th at 10:30 a.m. in the morning, we have a 6-way personal conference call. My roommates from Northwood have remained my best and closest friends. And because of the regularity of this Christmas morning phone call, my family knows that it's coming and I'm going to be out of the family room for a while. For the 6 of us, it has always been our opportunity to watch each other grow, to wish one another well, update everyone on our experiences, as well as do a little bit of inevitable reminiscing. The friends that I made here have had the most profound influence on my life. So I urge you to look around you, look who's sitting beside you, behind you, because those people should stay in your life. They will have a huge impact. And for me, I am so proud today that my roommate, my business partner, and my best friend, Dan DeVos, is here supporting me. It is a tribute to a friendship that was forged so long ago in the halls of Northwood University. And I would just ask you to recognize my friend Dan for being here. See, when they give you the mic, you get to do what you want to do. So that's another lesson. Keep that one down too. In forming this address to you today, I was reminiscing on my own graduation from Northwood in 1980. I remember sitting on the roof of our house at 1750 West Sugnet with my 5 roommates. I was drinking a beer and thinking that things could never be better than they were in that specific moment and would never be better than the last 4 years I had spent here. But the truth is, they have gotten better. I've been married for over 30 years. My wife, Wendy, is here today. Together, we have raised a family, created thousands of jobs, and helped my community grow in ways I never could have imagined. I live by the code instilled in me from my time at Northwood. I followed my moral and ethical compass, and every time I was knocked down, I rose up again. However, I am grateful to be here today to tell you that it truly was all possible because of the foundation that was formed when I went to school here in this institution and from the lessons I learned. That same foundation that all of you have as you graduate today. So enjoy your time today. Be proud of what you have accomplished and share with your families this important milestone. Celebrate how much you have grown while at Northwood. Thank your administrators and professors who helped you on your journey. And please remember this remarkable institution for all that it has instilled in you. Be proud of your alma mater. May God bless and go make a difference. Thank you.
Thank you, Jamie. I now call on Northwood University trustees Dan DeVos and Graham Williams to please present our candidate for the honorary doctorate.
Stand, please. Present you. Dr. Priddy, I have the honor to present James G. Massie for the degree Doctor of Laws, honoris causa.
You'll hang on to that for a second. While Dr. Massie is being hooded, let me read for you the citation we have for him here. That Northwood University is pleased to present and vest its highest honor on the occasion of our graduation ceremony on December 16th, 2017 to James G. Massie. Because growing up in Barrie, Ontario, Canada, you developed a firm foundation on the tenets of community, faith, democracy, and free enterprise. And because you chose to build upon those traits and attend Northwood University, where you earned your Bachelor's of Business Administration degree and made lifelong connections to friends and business associates that you have fostered for over 40 years. And because you are a true entrepreneur and a business visionary, working to strengthen the community of Barrie through business, sports, and philanthropic channels. As president and co-founder of Georgian International Limited, and president of Georgian Chevrolet, Buick, GMC Incorporated, president of Georgian Aircraft under the Air Canada Express brand, and president of Georgian International Land Corp., a private equity real estate investment company which has been active in commercial and residential land development and has been recognized by the Canadian Home Builders Association with 2 national awards in Canada. And because of your inspirational leadership and dedication to your community, you earned the prestigious Order of the Spirit Catcher for your lifetime contributions to the city of Barrie. Additionally, your dedication to your country's servicemen and women led to the creation of the Operation Hero Endowed Scholarship Fund and earned you the Meritorious Service Medal from the Governor General of Canada for significant contributions to the Canadian Armed Forces. Your service extends even today as you serve as honorary colonel at the Canadian Forces Base Borden, Canada's largest military training base. And because you have embraced your love of sport and led to the expansion of the Ontario Hockey League by helping to spearhead the construction of the Barrie Molson Centre, and serving as chairman of the OHL's Barrie Colts and numerous other youth sports programs in the region. And because you and your wife, Wendy, cherish your 4 children and serve as role models and civic stewards for the youth around the globe, therefore, on behalf of your colleagues on the Board of Trustees of Northwood University, we are pleased to present you with your Doctorate of Laws honoris causa. Congratulations, Dr. Massie. Proud of you.